Santiago, thank you
Hello.
for coming on MUSE. What a great series. Enjoyed season 1. Season 2 kicks off with a bang. What is it like playing Cristóbal Ríos in this world?
It's great. I love it. I love the character, and it's great to get to explore a completely new side of him this season. That's what you want to do. The more the story carries on, the more you want to sort of dig deeper and bring out other facets of the character. So I think we got to do that this season, and he's great. I've really enjoyed playing him.
Yeah, and season 2 started off with a bang. We see a new cog in this wheel with the return of Q, and you're being pulled into this game. What is it like to not only see the past but to bring it into the future, especially with your character?
Well, yeah, it's great. I agree. We really hit the ground running, and the audience has lived with these characters already, so they know us as well, and we know each other more now. So you kind of have that. That's kind of an added bonus, and I think it reflects. And yeah, for Rios, this season is very much about identity, about finding your place. So we really get to explore that, and in going to the past and sort of like seeing the reality of what's going on in the world today, in our present, is kind of a shocking thing for him. But at the same time, he's always been a man out of time in many ways. So it's interesting to see him sort of in that context, in a world that was kind of in tune with him in many respects, even though it's also like a huge disappointment, to say, the way people are treating each other.
Yeah. And one thing I did want to bring up, with the legacy of Star Trek, from Desilu Productions bringing it to television, Ricardo Montalban as Khan, you as Cristóbal Ríos, and for the first time, I believe, Dale was the first time ever heard. Yes. What was it like to do that? And because that's historic for many Star Trek fans.
Yeah, it is. At the beginning, it was I think they'd written "Haz que suceda," but I just thought that's not very Ríos. Ríos would just be to the point. Yeah. Dale, So it was great that we got to put that in there, because in the spin-off of Ríos, you would see him say Dale a lot of the time. But yeah, that was great. I think I love those iconic things. And like you say, that's what Star Trek does, right? It has these iconic moments, and everyone has their sort of their phrase. And it's great that we got to have one for Ríos. And I know there was a lot of clamor for it. I realized afterwards, after it happened, that people had been like asking for it. And so I'm glad that a lot of people got that satisfaction of hearing the Dale.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was like, it gave me chills, because growing up, Star Trek Next Generation was the show that I grew up on as a kid.
It was? Okay.
That's why it's kind of like, it brings out a lot of chills on that, because you didn't see that back then. You saw...
Yeah, I know.
Never saw that, you never experienced it. What has the fan reception been like for you, especially with this series? Because it's so good, it pulls you in every episode.
It's been amazing. I mean, it's to be introduced to this world, and the fans of fans of Star Trek and of sci-fi in general. There's just such a loyalty to the people, to the characters, to the material, and such a love for it. And I love also the fans I've got to meet in some of the promotion we did in season 1, some Comic Cons that we went to. It's just like I feel like sci-fi fans, Star Trek fans, it's a lot of times it's people that really have that extra curiosity. There's a real curiosity in people. It's people that are trying to see the world and think outside the box, and see things from a different angle. And it's really fascinating to sort of be introduced to that mindset and to see that love for it and dedication to it. And really, I think it's about the philosophy behind it. It's about the human condition, but it's done in a very entertaining way. And people know, man, they know their stuff. It's incredible.
And one thing I do, what can you say about episode 2, which comes out this Thursday?
It's great. It just keeps the ball rolling. It just, this season is non-stop. So episode 2 is well, you'll see a real turn. You'll really understand what's happening. That it's not just a time travel situation. It's not just a parallel universe situation. You really understand the logistics of what's going on, and then there's a real turn at the end, and there's some surprises. And I would say every episode there's a lot of surprises, for sure.
I agree. I was lucky enough to see episode 2 and 3. Love it.
Yeah, cool.
Like, this is the whole reason why to buy Paramount Plus. I really agree. This show is definitely one of the best. And before we go, I wanted to bring up one thing, because as I was doing research, people want Cristobal Rios's vest.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy how much people are looking for that vest. Did you know about that? Like the clothing and how popular his clothing for that character?
I did not know that. No, I did think it's very action figure though. When I wear it, I'm like, oh, I can see the action figure already. But no, I didn't know there was a clamor for that vest. I'll tell Christine, we had an amazing costume designer. She's just so talented and did an amazing job with everything everyone's wearing. So I'm not surprised, but that's good. I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, awesome. Santiago, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. Love the show. And I'm looking forward for season 3. I'm already calling it. Season 3, need it.
Great.
Well, hey, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.